Hey subscribers, viewers, I just want to thank you for subscribing to my channel and viewing my videos. Today I have a really packed video for you today. I hope you'll stick with me on this. I'm going to shave with my favorite, all my favorites. My favorite razor with my favorite blade in it, my favorite shave soap, my favorite synthetic shave brush, all my favorites. And I have a little bit of technical engineering discussion to talk about before I get to my favorite razor and to explain how I got there. But first, my favorite brush, haircut and shave co, 26 millimeter tuxedo knot with the indentations in the handle, comfortable, large, good for lathering, good for spreading the lather. This is my number one shave brush, and so this is my shave with all my number one favorites. So in the brush category, this is the winner. Shave soap. In here is a puck of fine platinum. I love all the fine scents. This was a tough to decide which fine scent, but for my favorite everything shave, the winner is fine platinum. Excuse me. And my favorite aftershave splash is the Barbasol Brisk. Again, another one of my favorites. Now, my favorite razor, I can't show you right now because I don't have it put together yet. I need to tell you a little history. About 4 months ago, I spent way too much money on this razor. It's an Edwin Jagger DE809. Now, anybody that has one of these knows that one thing you will have to say about it is fit, finish, and chrome work. Incredible. However, I spent about, 35 bucks on this, and I shaved about twice, and after that I threw it in a drawer and I didn't even bring it out for a couple of months. I was so upset that I spent $35 on this razor. Why? Looks like he'd be a good one, but this handle, for me, is so slippery when wet. It's really, really hard for me to control without dropping it, especially when wet. Secondly, this razor looks like it would shave good. It has a fairly decent gap. However, in my humble opinion, it's flawed. It's flawed in the bottom headpiece. And how did I find this out? Months after I had thrown this into a drawer, thinking I hate the shave I get with this, not knowing quite why, I bought this razor, DLC Yaq-Jag. It's the scallop comb with, as you can see, a decent gap and everything. And to be honest with you, at first, when you first look at this, when you first look at these two, check it out. Almost looks identical. You'd think you were looking at a copy of the same thing. But let me tell you, you are not looking at a copy of the same thing. Not at all. I'm going to take them apart. We got to talk about the bottom pieces. If I put these two bottom pieces together, like this, you're going to have, it's going to be hard to see, but the Yaq-Jag, you see it over here? This one extends out farther than this. Well, I'm not holding it fairly. But even when I hold it fairly, this one sticks out farther than this one. And the point being that this is a wider head than this one. This is not as wide as this. Okay, so you say, okay, big deal. It is a big deal. So I will, let me put this back together. I'll show you what the big deal is. First, I'll show you the Yaq-Jag DLC. You got to look close here. Okay. The Yaq-Jag DLC, the blade exactly meets, exactly flush with where that drops off. Flush. Not behind it, not ahead of it. It's flush with that angle. Now let me put that Edwin Jagger back together, and I'll show you why it don't shave worth a hoot. I'll show you exactly why it doesn't shave good, in my opinion. Here it is. Okay, now by the way, I got the same kind of blade in here. Got a crystal blade in all of these. Now, man, I hope you can see this because it's very critical. This, boy, it's hard to show you. This blade is behind. This sticks out in front of the blade. I don't know if you're getting it. Let's see. I don't know if you can see it, but trust me on this one. Maybe on the other side. Can you see that the blade is behind the bar, significantly in razor terms? Significantly behind this slanting edge. Okay, so what does this do? It forces you to turn the razor down at a sharper angle to access the blade. If you're gonna do this at the angle you should be shaving at, the blade won't even hit your face. Whereas with the Yaq-Jag bottom piece, you have a perfect blade placement. Can you see this? Perfectly aligned with the slant here of the razor. Okay, that's why I did a video on this razor and said it was my #1 favorite razor, because that bottom piece is made correctly. Edwin Jagger, you can have it. There is, I hate the handle on this, Edwin Jagger. I spent a lot of money. I think that the bottom piece is poorly designed for a good shave, but there's one redeeming factor of me buying this razor. Let me get to it. did a video. I said this was my #1 razor, and I'm sticking with that. It gives the best shave of any razors I have. It has a perfect blade exposure, perfect blade angle. It's perfectly good under the nose. I mean, everything about it, except I'm going to give this a 90 out of 100. There's still something wrong with this razor. It's my best razor, but it's something wrong with it. And I'm going to show you what it is. Well, first I'll tell you the problem. If you, when you put a blade in this, it is totally possible. Here you go. There it is. I just put it in there. Can you see it? It's misaligned. There, it's sticking out farther over here than over here. It's possible. And look at the other side. Come on, people, you can see this, right? It's sticking out more. It's sticking out more over here, and it's sticking out less on that side. It's totally cocked. It's cocked. It's totally misaligned. That's the problem with this, and I'm going to show you why it has that problem. Now, I'm not saying you can't get this aligned properly. You just got to fiddle the heck out of it. You got to tighten it and say, okay, is that straight? Is that straight? I don't know. Let me loosen it up. Let me work it a little bit. And, you know, I can, okay, and boom. Okay, okay, that's not even quite right. I have to probably fiddle with this more before I got that blade of alignment like I had it when I started. It's not quite right yet. Let me show you why. The Edwin Jagger, however, on its own base plate, never had one thing it doesn't have. It has no alignment issues. I mean, none. So I said, dang, you know, I spent $35 on this thing, and there's only one piece that might be salvageable, might be. Okay, and people, this is what's worth the $35. However, you can get them straight from Edwin Jagger for $8, just this piece. And I'll tell you, I've ordered another one of these, so I have two of them, because I want two of my Yaq-Jag razors. I don't want just one Yaq-Jag. I want two of them. And here's what it's going to consist of. It's going to have this Yaq-Jag is going to be placed on a Yaqi DE89 head cap with a Yaqi scalloped bottom cap piece. I'm going to put that together, and I'm going to just tighten it up. And look, I didn't have to fiddle with it. There is, look at it, look at the alignment. Come on, you guys with good eyes, look at the alignment. I didn't fiddle with it at all. No fiddling. And you know why? You don't have to fiddle with this top cap. You know why? Because the clearances, and I can even demonstrate this. I can even demonstrate what's wrong with the Yaqi cap and why you have problems with it. Okay. Yaqi cap, Edwin Jagger cap, right? Yaqi cap. Okay. Man, this could be hard to show you. But if I'm concocting this, but then I can concoct it the other way. Now look at the post. I literally, I don't know if I can get this on camera. That's one way. Now I can push it that way. I can literally turn that blade this way or that way, because on the Yaqi head cap, The clearances are terrible. The blade can move a little bit side to side, and it can move up and down. I hope you can see this because it's a lot in shave terms. This thing really moves up and down. So you're taking it's a crapshoot when you put that together if you're going to get a good blade alignment. However, if you use the Edwin Jagger cap, right, I can't make it move. I can't make it move side to side. I can't make it move up to down. I can't make it move. In other words, these posts fit that blade like O.J. Simpson's glove fit his hand. Tight, baby. And the result is that when you put this Yaq-Jag, this is my new #1 razor, folks. It's 1/3 Edwin Jagger, the top cap, and 2/3 Yaqui. Now, come on. I hate to be humble, folks, but that is perfect blade alignment. No fiddling, no messing around, no nothing. This is why I hate the Edwin Jagger razor, except for that incredibly well designed cap. I don't like the Edwin Jagger bottom piece. I wouldn't give you 2 cents for. Toss it for all I care. But you put that with the properly designed Yaqui bottom and the sticky handle that only Yaqui has. And this is my Yaq-Jag favorite #1 razor that I'm going to shave with a little bit later. Now, so that's the long story to how I got to my favorite razor, which is a Yaq-Jag razor. I'll be back in a few minutes for the shave. Okay, here I am. Pretty pumped about this shave because it's all my favorites. I got to find platinum soap loaded up in my favorite brush. That's a synthetic favorite. Haircut and shave co that you can get on Amazon.com. Told you about it already. Let's go. Loving that smell already. The platinum, oh my. Somebody said it smells like something that I never smelled before. And I told them, well, I never smelled whatever that is. But whatever this is incredible. Wow, favorite brush, favorite soap, Yaq-Jag, favorite razor, coming up. Yaq-Jag. Okay. My first pass is always V down. The second pass is always slant from the right side to the left. My final pass is always against the grain from the right to the left. Here we go. Feel the blade. which is perfectly aligned for the reasons that I told you at the beginning of the video. By the way, the Edwin Jagger top cap doesn't change the angle or the gap or anything else from the DLC. It doesn't change anything except it corrects the alignment problem. That's all it does. But for me, that's a biggie. That's a big correction, wouldn't you say? I didn't have any issues with the Yaq-Jag blade gap or blade angle or anything else for that matter except for the lousy alignment. And that's all. Well, I'm thinking about it. My last video I did a battle round with fine soap versus razor rock. And I noticed that one thing that I didn't notice in the video is that razor rock tends to get clogged in your razor. One point that I should have noticed, because the fine soap doesn't clog your razor. Just, side point that maybe I missed in that video. For this razor, I'm using my favorite blade in this razor. It's a crystal blade. It's as sharp as an Astra, but, at least for me, I'm a whole lot less likely to cut myself without sacrificing sharpness. I gain a smoothness and a level of safety that I didn't feel I had with the Astra blade. I think what I'm going to do today is a simple two-pass shave, because that's what I do in real life a lot of the times. I don't always go for BBS. I go for good enough. Have sensitive skin, and I think, that's a good idea. You don't always have to have BBS. It only lasts for about 4 or 5 hours anyway, most of us, so So I'm gonna immediately go right into second pass. This is aromatherapy, man, like nothing else in my den. The platinum scent just sends me into another world. Love it. Okay, for a 2-pass, what I'm going to do is this side is going to be, let's see, I think I'll go this way, and for this side I'll go that way, and for this side I'm going to go that way. So this way, and that way. Okay. I'm going this way. So, comfortable shave, going well. Great blade feel. Makes it very easy to control the pressure that you need if you can feel the blade. Okay, I'm done. That's what you call a good enough shave. Good enough. 2 passes. I'm not even going to clean up because it's good enough. Yep, good enough. So I'll rinse off with a little cold water here. Took a minute to get the cold water coming through the pipe. Cold water. I don't need alum block because I didn't hurt myself. Witch hazel. Another witch hazel. Dickinson's. There's witch hazel. I'll let that dry. And then after that, I will slap on my favorite barber salt. So I'm going to cut this short. Again, I'm going to recap. Barber salt, brisk, favorite aftershave. Fine, platinum, my favorite, #1 soap. My favorite synthetic brush, Haircut and Shave Co. 26mm, tuxedo knot, Amazon.com. My favorite, number one razor in my den. It's a Yaq-Jag. Yaq-Jagger. With a Edwin Jagger top cap and everything else Yaqui DLC. Neither one of those razors are as good as this razor is with that part, that top cap, and the rest Yaqui. It's nothing better than that combination. For me, no better razor on earth than that one, Yaq-Jag. Okay, that's all I have for you today. I hope you found what I showed you today in my video interesting. Thank you for my subscribers from my heart, really. Thanks for subscribing. I hope you enjoy my videos, and I hope you'll come back. Please subscribe, like the video. Please comment what you think of my favorite list, and tell me what your favorites are. What's your favorite razor? What's your favorite brush? What's your favorite soap? I mean, I'm interested. So get back to me on that. DE Shave Talk with Kit. I'll see you next time.